Hey everybody, thank you for coming back to my channel. Please like and subscribe, turn on the notification button, do what you have to do, and let's get into it. So this is my series of 10-minute or less movie reviews. I kind of don't have luck getting to 10 minutes, but I feel like today will be the day. Well, I will stay under 10 minutes. So today we're talking about Mortal Kombat, the movie 2021. Not the one from 1985 or any of the other kind of sequels that came with it, but a new kind of reboot that was released on HBO Max recently. And it's gotten a lot of, a lot of attention. A lot of people don't like it. I think that I've outgrown martial art movies. When I was a teenager, I loved martial art movies. I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. All his movies. Matter of fact, if you are a fan of the Mortal Kombat video game, Johnny Cage is based on Jean-Claude Van Damme. That was kind of their homage to him because he was Mr. Hollywood. Fun fact. So, yeah, this movie, the first fight and the last fight were the best ones. That's how I felt. Especially the last fight. That was a good fight. Maybe I've outgrown Mortal Kombat and I'm just like, Mortal Kombat. I was also confused because they introduced a new character named Cole and Johnny Cage wasn't in the movie. So I was kind of like, where's Johnny and who's this Cole character? I kept asking that. I put it on Facebook and someone answered, but it was just kind of like, who's this new guy? And I obviously understand that besides the first original game that came out in 1982, there were sequels and, different kind of video games and new characters introduced, of course. I don't think I've ever played any of the other games. I think the only Mortal Kombat game I've played is the 1992 one. So I was a bit confused and I was like, okay. So after watching this one, the 2021 new one, I was kind of like, it was lackluster. I was like, a lot of my friends were like, some people liked it, some people didn't. It was very divisive. I went back and I watched the 1995 one and I swore I've never seen this movie before until I started watching it. And I was like, I guess I did watch this movie back in the day, probably when it came out, probably in a movie theater because I'm old. Yeah, if it came out in 1995, I probably went to Newport and watched it with a bunch of friends after school. So yeah, I watched that one too. And that one was, for the time, it was not bad. I mean, special effects weren't as, they didn't have CGI back then. It was kind of, special effects were wonky. It was more practical effects. So a lot of that stuff was, a lot of that stuff was sets and not green screen in the background. So it's kind of in a way nice, kind of nostalgic to see those giant sets being built instead of just like a CGI background of a city, what they do now. But it was, and I saw a lot of lists on YouTube of comparing both. And I don't think that's a fair comparison to compare both movies, the 1985 one and the one that just got released, because obviously we have so many technologies and different things. And yeah, I mean, it's not a fair comparison. I think both movies suck. I don't know. Video game movies tend to not be my, I barely could watch some superhero movies from certain comic companies, let alone watch a video game movie. I don't know if anybody's seen Street Fighter. That has Jean-Claude Van Damme. That martial arts were on point in that movie, but everything else is like, you don't go into a video game movie thinking about the acting. This is not Oscar quality, acting. You go in there for just to watch a silly movie, see things explode, people fight, have that kind of fun time. You're not there for the, Oscar quality kind of performances. Not at all. This is just fun popcorn movie. You go, you watch it, and that's it. how do I feel about this movie? How do I, you know, sum it up? It's okay. It's an okay movie. Would I, if they ever open the theaters again, go and see it in the theater? Oh, hell no. Oh, absolutely not. Not spending, you know, when they open the theater again, it's going to be like $20 to get into a theater, you know, if that, maybe not. And everybody's going to want to go to a theater because everybody's been locked up for the past year. So it's like, oh yeah, I want to go to the theater. I believe you actually could see this movie in the theater. So you had the choice of going to a theater and watching this or watching it on HBO Max. Yeah, I would watch it again on a night that I had nothing better to do and I was home and I was like, hey, I want to just watch something silly. Well, not silly, but something just like, whatever. I would watch this again. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was, you know, cinematic gold. I wouldn't say it was the worst thing. There were some decent fight scenes. Yes. I feel like the climactic last fight between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, yes, they're here, thank God, is really interesting and really good. And this Cole guy, whoever the hell he is, at the end they're obviously going to make a sequel because they tease him going to Hollywood to meet, I'm assuming to meet up with Johnny Cage because there was a poster on the wall. You got your, you know, if you know anything about the story, this is it. I think that it would probably be more pleasant to people who don't know about Mortal Kombat, like the video game and the mythology and stuff. I think that it'd probably be better. Who knows? Or maybe it's like, I don't get it. But I think if you like just a good old school action martial art film, this is it. This is it. I mean, it's not Bruce Lee quality, but it's not completely terrible. So that's my take on this movie. It's not terrible, but it's not Oscar worthy. There you go. Yeah, if you have a chance, I would say watch it. It's not so long. I can't remember how long it was. It's after watching Snyder Cut Justice League, nothing seems long to me anymore. That was 4 hours, you know, so it's like nothing seems long to me anymore. So yeah, if you're curious, I say watch it. I wouldn't go to the movie theater and spend money on it. If you have HBO Max, watch it there. Do it on a day that you're just like, I just want to like lose a couple of brain cells and watch something like meaningless that's pretty practical and easy to follow. There you go. This is your movie. So thank you so much for watching my 10-minute or less review. Wow, I actually got to less than 10 minutes. Yay, finally. Please like and subscribe, turn on a notification. Yeah, thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye.